Hi everybody, and thanks for tuning in to Test Drive Tuesday at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks. Today we are with Joe Israel. He's a sales professional at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, and we are in the brand new 2018 Ford F-150 King Ranch. What do you think about the changes they made to this truck, Joe?
Man, this truck is awesome. I am a huge fan of the new F-150. They've made some tremendous upgrades on this truck this year. I think it's probably the nicest F-150 they've ever produced.
Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, obvious change first off in the King Ranch will be the leather seats. Definitely a different color, different look this year.
Absolutely. They lightened up the leather on the bottom and the back of the seat, and then they kept the darker tones for the side and all the accenting. So it really gives the truck a whole different dimension for this year. Also, it just feels like they made the leather just a little bit more supple. It's softer and a whole lot more comfortable than some of the previous year models.
And of course you have your King Ranch badging all the way through here on your center console with the leather. You have it on the back of the front of the seat here, and then even on the side of the headrest. So you really have your badging just about everywhere.
Right. And I mean, you can't have King Ranch without all the King Ranch badging. That's part of what makes these trucks special. You know, if you're looking at all the features in this truck, this is probably the most well-equipped truck that Ford has ever produced. They've also this year have changed the audio system in this truck. They changed it from the Sony sound system to the B&O sound system, which should give the truck a brand new sound and feel whenever you're driving up and down the road.
Absolutely. And you know, like Ford has always done, you got a whole lot of technology in this truck. You can see it right here on the front with your 8-inch touchscreen. What all can you do on that, Joe?
Man, you can do just about everything on this screen. With this truck, you can control your navigation. You can go to all your phone settings. You can control your climate control and your audio. The coolest thing about the Fords, though, is when you're going up and down the road, if you don't want to take your attention off the road to control the screen, you can give it voice commands to operate all of that. It's probably the most high-tech truck on the market right now with all the latest technology features. You know, if you want to go in here and use your audio system, it's quick, easy to use. You can tap the screen to use all your features, or you can come over here to the steering wheel and use a lot of your features while you're driving. It's just safer when you're going up and down the road. Then also whenever you want to go over to your climate control, it's easy to use. You know, if for instance you want to change the temperature, you can just hit the button here on the screen.
Please say a command.
Climate.
Climate. Please say a command.
65 degrees.
Did you say 65 degrees?
Yes.
Setting temperature to 65 degrees.
See, that's how easy it is to use one of the settings, and I didn't have to take my attention off the road to do it. That's one of the great features of these Ford trucks. Everything basically on this screen you can control by voice command. And there's a lot of other cool features on the inside of that screen in the settings that we can show you here in just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And every new purchase of a Ford vehicle comes with a complimentary sync demonstration where our sync specialist will go over every single thing with you that you can possibly think of with that system. And talking about the new technology in it, this King Ranch does come with the Sync Connect system, which will allow you to, you know, do a lot of things from your phone for your truck, such as starting it, stopping it, unlock, lock, everything like that, all through cell phone towers. And then with that, this year, Ford has come out with the Wi-Fi hotspot in the truck. So you can have a Wi-Fi hotspot in this truck. It's through AT&T, and it works up to 50 feet outside of the truck. You can connect up to 10 devices. So a lot of things on there, technology-wise. Coming to the back seat here, you'll see, you know, you still got the same great leather, nice and soft, like Joe was talking about. King Ranch badging. These seats, just like the Ford 150 always has done, fold completely upwards, in order to give you more storage space. You can see one of the speakers there on that B&O premium audio sound system. And then coming back here, you actually have heated rear seats. So obviously you have your heated and cooled front seats, but in the back here, you have heated rear seats. And you have your car charging outlet here, 2 USB ports here, and then of course your household outlet right there. So you still have a lot of control and a lot of comfortability in the rear seat, tons of room, and it's just all around great. You know, for the Super Crew cab, the space in the back is amazing.
Right, it's one of the largest cabs on the market. And one of the things that you really haven't touched on yet is actually one of the coolest features on this F-150. And if you look just above you, I'll show you it. It has the full Vista moonroof. It basically runs the whole top of the truck, and you know, it allows for light in, and it's a really cool looking feature. See, I just opened it halfway. If I hit the button again, it'll open it all the way and really show you how large that moonroof is. You know, it's easy to operate. The buttons are up here high, so they're right in your reach, and then the back part of the moonroof stays fixed. This front part vents and rolls back to allow some of the nice cool air this time of year into the truck. And then whenever you get done with it, it's 2 stages to close. Just like when you open it, you hit the button, it'll come halfway closed, and then once it gets there, you hit it again and it'll close it up. That is just so if you don't want it opened all the way up, say you have kids, that way, you know, the sun's not coming in and hitting on them, but you can still enjoy your moonroof when you're in the front seat. Now, also one of the other really nice features for this truck is this digital display in between my gauges right here. I don't know if you can see it, Brian, but right now I have it on the digital speedometer, which is great when you're going up and down the road. Not everybody likes to read the old analog, basically, you know, just your regular mile per hour gauge. So this just makes it nice and easy. The really cool thing about this screen is there's a ton of different settings that you can go to in the screen. But what I wanted to talk about is this My View screen. It's really cool because this My View screen allows you to pick all of your favorite features that you want to see when you're going up and down the road, and you can put them right here on the screen. That way, just at your fingertip, you don't have to go through all the options. You just go right in here to it, and all you have to do is scroll down to see all your features. You can see your trip timer right here. Then if you wanted to see your fuel economy as you're driving, you can just flip down and go to that, and then you can go to your off-road status. It's a nice, easy to use system, but you get a lot of convenience out of it. Now, with this truck, I've been saying the whole time that it has some of the latest and greatest technologies. You know, as we're coming into winter, one of the great things that you can use on this truck is the heated steering wheel right here at the top left-hand corner of your screen. You just hit that first thing when you get in the truck in the morning. It'll warm this steering wheel up, and you don't have to worry about your hands freezing when you're on your way to work. That will also work off the remote start system, just like your heated and cooled seats will. And you know, if you remote start your vehicle in the morning, it'll be ready to go whatever temperature you want whenever you get into the truck. Now, if you look right down here, here are two of the other more advanced features on this truck. One of them is the lane departure warning. Now, this lane departure warning is a really cool system. Basically, it can work several different ways. It gives you options, just like everything else with Ford. They love to give you options so you can use your vehicle the way you want. Whenever you go in here and you turn your lane departure on, it can do a couple of things. Like I said, you know, it can keep you from coming out of your lane. If you start out of your lane, it'll correct you back in. Or if you don't want it to actually correct you, but you just want it to alert you, it'll vibrate in the steering wheel to let you know that you're coming out of the lane. Or you can get it to do both. And that's what I like, because it doesn't take over control of the vehicle, but it can definitely keep you safe, especially on a longer trip when you start to get a little bit more tired. Now, with that, you know, probably the coolest feature when you're going on a long trip is actually in the seats. Because everybody's been on a long trip, you know, after you've gone 5 or 6 hours, you start to get sore, you start to get tired, your back hurts, you know, every bone in your body a lot of times feels like it's aching. But with this truck, it has the multi-contour seats. And basically what it is, it's massaging seats. So you can adjust 3 different areas on your seat. And when you do that, it'll just start to massage the down on your legs and then all the way up in your back. And it'll just roll up and down your back while you're driving. And it's a great feature. You pair that with your heated seats, it feels like just like you're sitting on a heating pad at home in a massaging chair. It can make for a very comfortable, convenient ride when you're going on trips. This is probably the quietest truck Ford's ever produced as well. And they've worked very hard to get the truck that way. Basically what they've done is they've added a lot of noise canceling technology in this truck. Probably the biggest thing is in the side glasses. I know if you've driven in vehicles in the past, you could get a lot of road noise, or wind noise and road noise, whipping around the side of the truck. What they did is they used a laminated glass on the sides to help reduce that noise coming around on the inside of the truck. And that way, when you're driving, you have a passenger in the car, y'all can sit there and talk at a low, easy level, and you don't feel like you're having to yell over the other person just so they can hear you. It's a nice thing whenever you're going on a trip.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot on the truck. I mean, that's a ton of features. I mean, this truck has a ton of features, including your 360-degree camera with your great definition backup camera that once we find a spot here to pull around, we'll show you. And, you know, he touched on a lot of newer things that are in this truck. It still has all the features that you really grew to love in your 2017 models that you had.
Just more.
Right, just more. I mean, you got your trailer backup assist, you have your blind spot in your mirror and the blind spot monitoring alerts. You got everything in here that you're used to, but just more. I mean, just like a new model should be, it should be coming out with more innovative technologies, and that's exactly what this F-150 does.
Right. And you mentioned the 360 camera system in this truck. This is probably the most advanced camera system on any vehicle on the road right now. Unless you get right up into all your luxury brands. This thing has a very equivalent system. And basically, the way you operate the system, you have a front camera, you have your 2 side cameras to show you what's going on the side of the vehicle, and then you have your rear camera. All you have to do is shift it in reverse, and you see you have a split screen right here. Okay? So whenever you go in reverse, you've got a safety zone on each side of the truck. It'll show you if anything is within basically about a foot of the side of your truck. And that way, if something does get closer than that, it'll alert you and you can keep from scraping the side of your truck. Then, as always, just like you've had for years and years on this truck, you have a 3-zone guideline. You have green, yellow, and red. And that lets you know as you're getting closer to the truck, you know, where hazards might be. But one of the cool things they've added in the last year is this backup assist. And basically, if you're looking as I'm turning the wheel, it's going to show you the path that you're backing up on. And then it gives you a great center line. What that's really for is if you're backing up to a trailer, you can put that line right on the nose of your trailer and you're going to back up perfect every time. Then when you get up closer, you can hit this zoom in and you can put it right on the hitch every time. None of that jumping in and out to see if you're in the right spot. Then also you can go right here and take away that side view and it gives you a larger back view right there. Then if I go like this is one of the coolest features on this camera. It'll work the same way on the front camera, but basically this is your rear view right here. And then this is going to give you a perpendicular view with the back bumper of your truck. It's going to show you straight to the side. Where this comes in handy is in parking lots. Whenever you go to back up out of a space, you can see straight to the side. That way you know if somebody's coming. There's another system that ties in with this also on this truck, and it's the cross traffic alert. That ties in with the blind spot monitoring system. And basically the way it works is, as you're backing up, if somebody is coming across, the truck will sense that, and this light on the side will start to blink on either side, whichever way they're coming from. And that'll alert you that, and it'll chime inside the vehicle as well, and that'll alert you that somebody's coming from one side or the other. Now, if I throw it back into drive, at slow speeds, it'll show you your forward camera, and the forward camera has the same views that you can get with the back. So if you've got to pull right up onto something and get close, you can come right here with this camera, and you can see your bumper runs right here at the bottom of the screen, and you can get right up to something without actually hitting it. But then you also have that same split screen. That way, if you're, West Texas, there's always a big vehicle on either side of you in a parking lot, and as you pull out, you can use this view to get out of your space safe and without having a fender bender. This is a great camera system. But now that we showed you that, let's turn around here and we'll head back and show you a few more features. This truck has a great turning radius. It's amazing that they've been able to give you all this room in this cab, and still keep from having to expand the wheelbase on the truck, and keeps you from having to have that longer turning radius. I was able to swing right around right there, get back onto the road, and no problem. Because sometimes in West Texas, there's not always a turnaround. So, it makes it nice when you can just get out on the shoulder and get turned around without having to go into the bar ditch.
Absolutely. I mean, you've gone over a whole lot in this truck, Joe, and I mean, we've got them, folks. We've got 2018 King Ranches on the lot right now. We have other trim levels too of the F-150s. We have, Platinums, we have Lariats, we have XLTs, XLs. 2018s are alive and well on Jim Bass Cars and Trucks lot. We really thank y'all for tuning into this Test Drive Tuesday. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Walk Around Wednesday to look at some of the exterior features, and trust me, folks, there's new exterior features on this as well. Or just come on down to Jim Bass Cars and Trucks. Ask for Joe. He'd be happy to help you with this truck, any other vehicle on the lot you may have interest in, and we look forward to seeing you.